We're back with topic number 4 in our Latino Studies 101 reading list, which is about Latino youth and education. I'm your professor, Dr. Esther Trujillo, and today we're talking about the book Punished, Policing the Lives of Black and Latino Boys by Victor Rios. This book asks what happens when Black and Latino boys are treated like criminals everywhere they go. Now, the big takeaway from Punished is simple. Constant criminalization creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When youth are blocked from legitimate opportunities, they're more likely to be pushed into underground economic opportunities. So how does Rios get to this conclusion? Well, through ethnography. That's a type of research where the scholar participates, hangs out with, interacts with, takes notes about the community that they're interested in learning about. After having all these observations, all these conversations, they start to tease out patterns and they come up with theories or explanations that give some insight into those behaviors and patterns. Historically, ethnography has done communities of color dirty. For example, in 1965, William Madsen published The Mexican Americans of South Texas. In this ethnography, he spent time around Mexican American communities, and he found that, it looks like they prefer to be dirty. It looks like they're superstitious and don't believe in going to the doctor. Not a single word about structural barriers, not a single word about medical racism or access to clean water. No, he said they prefer to be dirty. They prefer to be this way. And unfortunately, those studies have carried weight and eventually informed policy. So with ethnography, scholars need to be very careful not to reproduce the same deficit themes that are often repeated. One thing that I really appreciate about Punished is that Victor Rios takes the time to really sketch out the full personhood, the inner thoughts, and the everyday behaviors, jokes, personalities of his respondents. He does a really great job at avoiding stereotypes and instead fleshing out the full humanity. Now, the central concept of this book and the reason why it's in topic number 4, Latino youth and education, is the concept called the youth control complex. Now, Rios explains that this is a network of institutions like schools, police, probation officers, community centers, local businesses, and even families that collectively criminalize young men of color and participate in their surveillance. So Rios is in direct conversation with the theory that some of you may have heard of called the school to prison pipeline. But instead, he argues that schools aren't the only place where criminalization is happening. Instead, criminalization is happening all around us through a surveillance culture. In these cases, youth are treated as suspects in every situation. And in the end of the book, Rios offers some solution, some suggestion that the youth control complex has to be dismantled.